Hi, my name's Greg Ball. I'm a second year history student studying at St Edmund College at the University of Oxford, and I'm from Amersham. So as I said, I'm studying history, and I really like the course at Oxford. That's why I applied there, because it's very open. You choose almost all the modules you do, and the only real requirement is that you cover a geographical and chronological range, so that you go from the medieval to all the way to the modern period. So perhaps the best part of my personal statement was where I managed to show interest in history that went sort of outside of the the school curriculum. So I think I talked about things I read on the history of zombie films and the 60s in Britain, and even books on sort of the nature of studying history. So yeah, quite like specific things, but I think they liked that and it came up in the interview. So I think I just sort of went through past tests I'd done at school, sort of end of topic tests, and picked one of the essays I'd written. I think it was probably one of the better ones I'd written, but it certainly wasn't perfect. I was wondering if it was going to be good enough, obviously. And yeah, just made sure to brush up on that topic before the interview. So the admissions test is very difficult, and I wasn't sure exactly what to expect. There are past papers, and I think the test has now changed. But I just sort of tried to do past papers, and I realised it was less about what you actually know about the past and more about sort of testing your skill a bit more generally. And I think the question that remains in the new version is about analysing a source without knowing about that period. So yeah, just practicing past papers really. So the whole interview process was actually really nice. I got to spend 3 days in Oxford. They sort of house you and feed you, and obviously I was nervous for the actual interviews and did a bit of sort of jogging my memories and things in the mornings. And then before the interview, the interviewers, my tutors now, actually really nice, and they sort of welcome you into their office and then just ask you some questions. And one of them felt like it went really quickly, really quickly. I was wondering if that was it. And then I had another one that was quite hard, and I was answering questions about something they'd given me to read beforehand. And then on the third day in Oxford, I was told that I had another interview at a different college, Mansfield College. So I was taken by one of the student helpers to Mansfield College, and then I did another interview there. But yeah, so generally the interviews were sort of, I was nervous for them, but the tutors are very sort of friendly, and I think they went okay in the end. So I just made sure to get the grades for my A levels. Just made sure to revise really, and then after that I was given just a small bit of holiday work. Once I knew I got the offer, just had a small bit of holiday work to do before term started. I think it was a book review, just on a history book. So yeah, I enjoy studying at Teddy Hall. It's got its own library, which has some of the more general texts. It's smaller than the faculty library, but it's nice to work there. Then if I need some more specific texts, I can go outside. And I really like the tutors at Teddy Hall. And generally speaking, if you're studying a module, whichever module you study, they try and give you the tutor at Teddy Hall for it if they're studying that period as well. But if not, then you'll get a tutor at a different college, and that gives you a sort of broader view of the life at Oxford. So advice for someone applying for history, so perhaps just sort of following whatever interests you have in the past, so just reading a bit more about it, maybe trying to find an essay or a book about a topic you like, and yeah, going over periods you've enjoyed and then sort of maybe following them up further. Just where you can, showing interest and showing that through the admissions tests and the interview.